Collective. Although we are, you know, gonna speak highly about ourselves and others, and positive is always gonna be a positive, vibe on this channel, on this message. Every time I put up a message, but we can't keep dismissing what is being needed to speak about when it comes to those that have kicked you while you're down, and love doing it, every moment of it. These people were people that mishandled you in ways and continue to keep you dysfunctional in matters that you couldn't control in your life, even growing up. These are people that you were supposed to have grown old with and, soared through with in your journey and past lives, etc. But the fact is that they made that impossible when they showed their hand. You understand? The moment they showed their hand, the moments they threw rocks and tried to hide the hands and thought you didn't see. Maybe you didn't see for the moment, but sooner or later you saw. Is when they thought they got away with it. And the version you are now, they think they're entitled to it. Especially these karmic lovers, best friends, etc., family members, etc. They feel like they're entitled to your growth, your sweat, blood, and tears, your creative work, things that you're doing behind the scenes silently or creating, the version that you are starting to become now. Then the old version, they continue to, I don't want to say overlook, but continue to bring up, so that can, them bringing that up can allow it to become your mask, become, for you to embody that energy once again, instead of seeing and always overlooking the new version that you are becoming, the better version. See, these people wanted to spit on your grave. They wanted you to be done with. They wanted to kick you while you was down because it was easier. Everything was pretty much for money or whatever, fame or whatever they thought it was going to be. Whatever they thought it was going to be beneficial to them, they did it. Even if it had something to do with selling them their souls. Any type of purity, any ounce of purity they had, they did it. And why you suffered, why you cried at times, why you stood quiet and was analyzing what was going on, just because you didn't say anything don't mean that you did not acknowledge what was going on. But every time you got up, they always wonder how are you still getting up? How are you still this strong enough to get up, to keep going, to continue to reappear of the version you are and becoming? They're still at awe because they have no idea how are you doing it. And little that they know, it's all God. They don't give him enough credit, or yourself, but it's all God. Believe it or not, it's all God. He has the upper hand. He sees what goes on. And yes, he allowed all this to go through, allow you to go through some pain, allow you to go through whatever he needed was necessary for you to go through in order to build you up and mold you to who you are now. You're one of his strongest warriors. And because he built you to be who you are, you continue to fight through and rise like a phoenix from the ashes. Continue to thrive. Continue to be optimistic and move forward and silently with your plans, his prophecy that he has over your life. Don't doubt it for a second that he doesn't have a hand on you. Because if he didn't, think of all the times that you could have been gone. You could have been unalive. You could have been hurt, harmed, sick, or had diseases that could have killed you. It was truly him, the Lord himself, the source himself, Jesus Christ himself. This was his plan. This is your mission. Ignite in others what they don't see anymore in themselves, or allow to burn out as a child. Their dreams, their visions of who they wanted to become. The fire that continues to turn out because in their stomach or their heart because people said they couldn't, or belittled them, said that they wouldn't amount to anything, you being nobody. Think of that. Think of all that. Let that be a fuel for you to continue to strive. Let that be a fuel for you to continue to be who you are and continue to be the warrior that God has prophesied over your life. Be the armor he built you. He built to defeat the Goliath in our life. The demons that continue to prey over our life or feed on us and our energy. Be David and more.